Okay. All set then. Good evening, everyone. So, we are ready at last to start the second game in the Ace Attorney trilogy. So let's go ahead and... Oh, wait a second. Wait, maybe I have to... Okay, I might have to start new game. Okay, yeah. Okay. How did I get into this mess? That's far enough! You can't run forever, Mr. Phoenix Wright. What the hell? What the shit? What have I done wrong? I can't allow you to go on like this. But I'm just a simple defense attorney. Silence! You're no longer worthy of your title. Oh, shit. Okay, that's one way to begin this. September 8th, 9:08 a.m. District Court, Defendant Lobby Number 1. Huh? Oh. What a nightmare. I bet it was this ringtone that caused it. I really shouldn't be dozing off before a trial starts anyway. Huh, looks like they hung up. Ah, good. I finally found it. What the hell? Talk about a close call. I hate to do this to you, but... It's nothing personal, Mr. Attorney. A few minutes later... Oh, my head, it's throbbing. Why does it feel so foggy in there? Oh, hello. Good morning. Good morning. What's wrong? You don't look well. People are at their best first thing in the morning. Where's that fighting spirit? Sorry, but could you please turn the cheeriness down? My head sorta hurts. Roger that. Am I in trouble or something? Huh? Trouble? Wait, never mind. You're a policewoman, right? I thought maybe I'd done something wrong. What are you talking about? I'm the one in trouble. What? I'm placing my life in your hands today, Mr. Phoenix, right? What? Life in my hands? What are you you the defendant? You promised me. You said you'd prove that I was not guilty. Not guilty? Just when I thought all hope was lost, when all the other lawyers had laughed me off. Leave it to me, you said. You, the one and only Phoenix Wright, came to save the day. And just like that, I was moved to tears, sir. I'll never forget what you're doing for me, ever. What is this girl babbling about? Oh no, Phoenix. No, don't tell me. Actually, I really love to watch court proceedings, and I always root for you to win. When I'm off duty, I like to come here and... Oh, what's wrong? You've been acting really strange, and you keep staring at me. You're making me kind of nervous, sir. Oh, sorry. I'm afraid to ask, but here goes. So, this might sound bad, but, who are you? Oh, yeah, Oh, Phoenix has classic video game amnesia. What? Mr. Wright, how can you say that? How can you do this to the fragile heart of a girl about to go on trial? You're absolutely horrible! No, I mean, I didn't mean it like that. Is this how a defense attorney treats his clients, sir? I can't believe this. No, it's just, well, I think you have the wrong person. Yes? Who am I? Why am I drawing a blank? God damn it, Phoenix. The trial will begin shortly. Will the defendant and her lawyer please proceed to the courtroom immediately? The trial's about to start. I'm counting on you in there, okay? Oh, great. Guess I must have amnesia. Let's see, what can I piece together? From the sound of things, it's probably safe to say that I'm a defense attorney. And that girl, I said I'd prove her not guilty. I can't believe I made such an irresponsible promise. Someone please, tell me this is just a bad dream. Why do I get the feeling this is one dream I won't be waking up from? Hello again, Judge. Court is now in session for the trial of Maggie Bird. The prosecution's ready, Your Honor. Oh, great, him again. What is it, Mr. Wright? Are you talking to me? Do you see any other defense attorneys here? I guess not. Now then, are you ready? I guess so. I guess I should say yes for now. Are you ready, Mr. Wright? Yes, Your Honor. Wait a sec. If her life is in my hands, I should really do the responsible thing. Actually, you see, Your Honor, my memory's kind of... The court will not hear the defense's excuses. Because the defendant is a member of the police, this case is under great scrutiny. Therefore, we must make this trial fair but swift. I believe I've told you this before. I hope you're not telling me you've forgotten. Actually, I have. Great. Mr. Payne, your opening statement, please. Yes, Your Honor. As I'm sure you're well aware, the defendant's accused of killing her lover. What's worse, her lover was a fellow police officer. A policeman? You did what to a policeman? It wasn't me! And besides, Dustin and I, we weren't lovers like that. Yet, in any case, the prosecution will prove that the guilty party is none other than the defendant. Very well. Mr. Payne, please call your first witness. It's been a while, Mr. Wright. Not long enough. Let's see what we've learned since last time. I will show any mercy this time, rookie. Okay, and who are you again? Prosecution calls Detective Dick Gumshoe to the stand. Here we go. Don't let me down, Mr. Wright. Nowhere to hide. I'm so dead. Hey, Dick. How have you been? Witness, please state your name and occupation. My name is Dick Gumshoe, sir. I'm the detective in charge of homicides down at the precinct, sir. You don't look very well, detective. Well, sir, the defendant, she works under me, so, you know. Oh. You work under that detective? Yes, sir. And while I was a trainee, he was always watching out for me, sir. He's such a wonderful guy, sir. I'll never forget what he's done for me. Okay, calm down. I believe you. Detective Gumshoe, please describe for us the details of this murder. Yes, sir. It happened at the park near headquarters. Expose Park. The victim was one of the local cops, Dustin Prince. Okay, I get it. Oh, this game and their punny names. Hi, Coolio. I did change the stream title, actually, just a few minutes before I started. I think... I swear, I think it might take a few minutes for the... For it to actually recognize the change. He was pushed down from the benches on the upper path, sir. The landing beat his body up bad and snapped his neck. The details are listed in the report that was distributed yesterday. Oh yeah, we need to check the record. Here's my badge. Cell phone. I found this in my pocket, but I don't remember what it means or how it got there. Dustin's autopsy. Time of death, September 6th at 6:28 p.m. Cause, broken neck. Body was also covered in bruises. Glasses found under the victim's body. Pieces of nearsighted lenses were found nearby. Okay. Ah, yes, the autopsy report, correct? Why do I not remember getting a copy? You did, Phoenix. We just looked at it. I see everything's in order here. Even the estimated time of death is unusually well documented. The victim's watch stopped from the impact of the landing, sir. The results of the autopsy confirmed the time of death. If I may, Your Honor, the prosecution would like to submit this photograph. Very well. The court accepts it into evidence. Now then, I recall at yesterday's preliminary hearing, a very important piece of evidence was brought to our attention. Yes, Your Honor. Oh, were you accidentally spoiled on the current Danganronpa trial, you mean? Because hopefully it wasn't me who spoiled it accidentally. Yes, I guess. Mr. Wright, is your head on right today? There's a very crucial piece of evidence found under the victim's body. Was there? Have you lost your mind? Well, actually... it's just nerves. Give me a second. What? How can you talk like such an amateur? I thought you were a pro, sir. Well, this is only my, what, 6th case? Alright, sir. I'll help you through this. Yeah, that sucks. I'm actually very thankful that I managed to... As of this time, I have actually finished V3. And I'm pretty glad that I was able to get through that whole series pretty much spoiler-free. At a time like this, maybe you ought to take a glance at the court record. Way ahead of you, hun. Court record? Yep, info about evidence and people involved in this case are all listed there, sir. You can look at the court record by pressing tab. Huh. You really know what you're talking about, don't you? It's too bad I'm a cop, right? Just think, I could totally be a legal aid instead. So yeah, once again, this is kind of, Phoenix's whole amnesia thing is pretty much setting this up as, you know, the tutorial case. Mr. Wright. Yes, Your Honor? Court is in session. Save your chit-chat for later. Sorry, Your Honor. Well, I guess I better check the court record and see what I can find. What was it again? Alright, Mr. Wright. Let's see if your notes are in order. What was the piece of evidence found underneath the victim's body? Glasses. That's simple, Your Honor. A broken pair of glasses. That's right. Wait, amnesia? Yep. Yep. Going with the classics, I guess. The victim grabbed his killer's glasses as he was being shoved, sir. And held onto him as he fell. Hey, why are you giving me the evil eye? Well, yeah, you wear glasses, but... they don't look to be the same glasses. Those glasses you're wearing. Yeah. Yes, this is my spare pair. Oh, shit. But those glasses I found at the scene of the crime are not mine, I swear, sir. Sure about that. Look, it was a coincidence on that same day. I accidentally stepped on mine. No, you really didn't. You didn't miss too much. I mean, you did miss the part where Phoenix got walloped over the head. That's pretty much all. That's mostly what you missed. A coincidence, she says. Dear Otter, I have further evidence to present. Oh, you have more? And this evidence is very decisive. Very well. Let's hear from our witness about this evidence. Okay. Something even more incriminating than the glasses under the victim's body, sir. During his date, the victim was pushed from the bench area, but he managed to write the culprit's name on the ground where he landed. Oh? I don't like saying it, but it was clearly the defendant's name, Maggie, sir. With this piece of evidence and the glasses, it's hard not to say she's the culprit. This is a picture of the writing, Your Honor. Why, this is... Yes, I can see her name is clearly written here. Yeah, but we've seen that at least twice in the last game, where that was apparently forged. The prosecution would like to submit this picture. Understood. The court accepts it into evidence. We sure are. As if the glasses alone didn't make you look suspicious. The victim even wrote your name clear as day on the ground. But, I already told you those glasses aren't mine! And how do you explain this dying message? It's a conspiracy! I'm not guilty, sir! That was why when in the very first Danganronpa game, in that first case, when I saw the dying message written there, the 11037, I didn't buy it at first because I was familiar with that trope in this series. Mr. Wright, you may cross-examine the witness. Cross-examine? This is it. I'm counting on you. Sure, but what am I supposed to do? What? This isn't like you at all. Normally this is the part where you get in the witnesses' faces. Get in their faces and do what? I guess there's no way around it. Okay, I'm gonna lend you a hand. The prosecution's witnesses all hide things from the court, which means they lie from time to time. Lie? But isn't that detective your superior? Well, even if they don't mean to lie, sometimes people just remember things wrong. Like that detective. He does sort of look like a scatterbrain. It doesn't matter. Either way, it's bad for us, sir. That's why when you question witnesses, you have to find and expose their lies. Mr. Wright, your cross-examination, please. Yes, Your Honor. Yeah, lie, half-truth, misrecalling, any of that stuff. As long as I can expose the lies, we should be alright. The victim was pushed from the bench area. Now, you're sure he was pushed and that was how he fell? Yeah, pal. If you look at the wounds on the victim's body, there's no way it was anything else. Please continue with your testimony, detective. Anyway, the victim fell pretty far. Check the culprit's name on the ground where he landed. The culprit's name. Yeah, I was surprised too. I didn't want to believe it, but... Was that the name... Was the name that of my client? Let's see, it was clearly the defendant's name. Are you absolutely certain? Sorry, pal, but that's what it said. This is a picture of it. No matter which way you look, it still says Maggie. He's got a point. Hey, hold on! Huh? Don't harm me. I know the picture says Maggie, but now that she mentions it, something does feel kind of off about this picture. That's how you know you found a contradiction. Now hurry up and present some evidence. So that's what spotting a contradiction feels like. I better check the court record again. Ah, yes. Oh, wait. Don't give up. Keep that fighting spirit going. I'm glad you're all pumped up, but I really want to see your special move, sir. My what? You always look so cool when you present evidence. Ah, yes. The finger point, the objection. Present evidence. Oh, that present evidence. Actually, I was just thinking about that. Yes, Maggie Simpson's the culprit. Yes, the Great Phoenix Wright is back. Oh, that's right. Huh? I heard that lately you can present not only evidence, but people's profiles as well. Hint, hint. It sure makes things a bit more complicated, so be careful, sir. People's profiles, huh? Alright, let's give this another try. Okay. Profiles. Her name is spelled wrong. Objection! There we go. What is it? What's come over me? Well, thinking I just blurted out objection. And yelled at the top of my lungs, finger outstretched, ready to take on my opponent? What a rush! Okay, the Phoenix has risen from the ashes again. Detective Gumshoe. Talking to me, pal? Please state the defendant's name for me. What are you trying to prove with this futile exercise, Mr. Wright? You'll see. This is a very crucial line of questioning. Actually, Mr. Payne, you can answer. The defendant's name, if you please. Where is this ridiculous question coming from? The defendant's name is Maggie Bird. I think someone needs to check the court record. Well, it says right here that it's Maggie Bird. Oh! Looks like the bird caught the cat napping. What's going on here? I have no idea either, sir. As you can see, the victim did indeed leave a name, Maggie. However, the defendant's name is actually spelled M-A-G-G-E-Y. This is a blatant contradiction of facts. Oh! How about that? I hadn't even noticed! Yeah, Payne's objection is pretty shrill. But maybe the victim didn't know how to spell her name correctly. May I remind you that it was you who said the defendant's accused of killing her lover? If they were truly lovers, it would be impossible for him to not have known her name. This is very true. Mr. Payne. Does Edgelord come back? Well, we'll just have to see, actually. Don't want to spoil too much. Yes, Your Honor. Are you absolutely certain that the defendant and the victim, Dustin Prince, were in fact lovers? Yes, I'm quite certain, Your Honor. They were a well-known couple in the police force. Detective Gumshoe, please testify for the relationship between the victim and the defendant. Yes, sir. Officer Prince and Officer Bird have been going out for about half a year. Sounded like they were even talking about marriage. The day of the incident just happened to be the victim's birthday, sir. Oh, what a lovely present he got. Maggie, I mean Officer Bird, had gotten Officer Prince a present. It was something she had bought over 2 months ago. I should know, because she came to me to ask what she should get for him. Really? Oh, those two sound like they were close. Nevertheless, tragedy struck. Yes, I see. You may cross-examine the witness, Mr. Wright. If that's the case, then where's her motive for killing him? How do you know about this? Every year in March, we have a training camp for us cops. Officer Bird was a rookie at the time, and she and Officer Prince seemed to hit it off. They got close, I take it. Actually, I was supposed to go too, but I couldn't pay the deposit for the trip, so I didn't. If only I'd gone on that trip. If only what? What is it? Oh, nothing, sir, really. Anyway. They were talking about marriage. Marriage? But wasn't the victim 8 years older than her? What? You saying the guy's gotta marry someone the same age as himself, pal? No, that's not what I meant at all. Detective Gumshoe and Dustin were only a year apart, you know. I think this fella has a ways to go before marriage. Mind your own business, pal! That's even an achievement. The day of the incident, you mean September 6th? Yeah. The victim, Officer Prince, had just gotten off duty at 5:30 p.m. that day. Since Maggie's night shift hadn't started yet, they went to the park for a bit. Oh, I remember when I was young and in love. Oh, it was a jolly time. That's great, Your Honor. Glad you're such a cheerful old man. They'd just gotten him a present. You seem to know a lot about the defendant. Yeah, it's pretty obvious he's got a crush on her, too. Well, that's because, I'm her boss, and I gotta watch out for my subordinates. But even when she was gonna give us a present, isn't that going a bit too far? Hey, pal, watch what you say! I know everything that happens under me. Someone so much as scratches their... I really don't need to know that much. Mr. Wright, please refrain from badgering the witness. I agree. Even if this witness has a crush on the defendant. Ha ha ha! The judge just flat out calls it. That should not be the point of discussion at this time. Oh, wait a second. Why are we talking about this? It's all your fault, pal. You're guilty, guilty, guilty. I should have you arrested. I think the good detective's about done here. Something she bought 2 months ago. What is it, though? That might be important. Over 2 months ago. Yep, she's a very considerate woman, pal. So what was this birthday present? She got him a glove. A glove? A single glove? Why would she only give him one? Actually, Your Honor, the glove in question's a baseball glove. Oh, that makes more sense. Oh, I see. A baseball glove. Officer Prince was a huge baseball fan. A baseball glove. Just now, I believe you said the present was something she had bought over 2 months ago? Yeah. Are you saying she bought the glove at a store that far in advance? Nah, nothing like that, pal. Then what's it like? She ordered it. It was custom made. Oh, custom made. The glove was custom made. Yep, that's what I said. So the glove was custom made. Your Honor, I really don't see how this glove is related to this case. Yeah, that too. Yes, it would seem that there is little relevance. What do you think, Mr. Wright? Do you think this glove is really relevant to this case? I'm gonna keep running with it. I don't know where this will lead me, but... Of course it's relevant. That glove is the key to this whole case. Yes, bluffing to the max! Don't say that out loud! Now, this is the Mr. Right, I know. I'm happy you're back, sir. I was wondering how long it would take. This is great! Pressing people. Feels like I've done this before. As if I used this to squeeze information from even the most tight-lipped people. Very well. If you are that convinced, then let's hear some more about the matter. Actually, I brought the glove with me today. And? Why didn't you say so earlier? Hurry and show the glove to the court. Well, I didn't think it had anything to do with this case. Anyway, this is it, sir. It looks like a bunch of bananas. It's, rather yellow, isn't it? Yes, it is. That's what I was thinking. Officer Prince really liked the color yellow. And that's why you had to special order it. Yep, that's right. That and one other reason. I think this court has heard enough. It's clear the victim and the defendant were involved with each other. Yes, that's correct, Your Honor. Now, if that's true, it brings up an important question. Was the name Maggie really written by the victim? Ah, yeah. Might be a Pikachu glove. I see your point, Your Honor. Okay, he wrote the message with his... allegedly wrote it with his right hand. Detective Gumshoe, please tell the court a little more about the name on the ground. Yes, sir. I'm not a big sports person, but what hand do you normally wear a baseball glove in? We first looked into the handwriting. Unfortunately, we couldn't confirm that it was the victim's handwriting. Next, we checked the victim's pointer finger. We found there was sand trapped under the victim's fingernail. There were also scratches on his skin that were caused by him writing on the ground. From this, we could confirm that the victim wrote his name with his right hand. Yes, perfectly logical conclusion. Now then, Mr. Wright, you may cross-examine the witness. Thank you, Your Honor. Right, they would wear the glove in their offhand, which means he was left-handed. And I think that's exactly it. Okay. Are you absolutely sure? I believe in the power of science. What if my evidence is solid enough to counter with? Listening to this, you'd think there was only one conclusion. That the name was definitely written by the victim. But don't you think that would be really strange, sir? If Dustin really wrote that message with his right hand, do you think I would have gone through that much trouble to get him his present? Yeah. And as it was said many times, it was custom made for him.
Objection!
Detective Gumshoe, take a look at this. That's the glove, right? Could you tell the court what's special about this glove? What's special? Never really thought about it, but, it's really yellow. That's about it. Yes, it's really yellow, but that's only one of its qualities. Huh? There's another reason why it's special. And what would that be? It's very simple. This glove is made for a left-handed person. Yep. Left-handed? Why, you're absolutely right. This glove is made to be worn on the right hand. That's why it had to be custom made. I've never seen a bright yellow left-hander's glove for sale, have you? Well, no. So, Detective, which hand did the victim use to write the name with again? That's easy. Look, it's obvious from this picture that it was his... Wait a sec. Don't forget, the victim was left-handed. Ugh! I object... Overruled. Mr. Wright, I'd like to know what your line of reasoning proves. There's only one conclusion that can be drawn. A left-handed person could not have written a message with his left hand. Well, he feasibly could, but it probably wouldn't... Probably not very well. Therefore, the person who wrote the name Maggie could not have been the victim. Order! Order! When you think about it that way, then yes. It's not possible that this name was written by the victim himself. And that means Maggie is... No. It's not possible! Mr. Payne. Yes, Your Honor. The evidence the prosecution's presented has failed to prove the defendant's guilt. In fact, I believe you've proven her to be innocent. No! Alright, you did it, Mr. Wright. Oh, I feel like I can breathe again. By the way, I just realized her last name is Bird, and she has feathers all over her uniform. Seems we've reached the conclusion. You did a fine job once again, Mr. Wright. Me, Your Honor? Oh, well, thank you, sir. See, you got complimented by the judge again. You're really good. Yeah, I guess I was a little slow there. And that's why you can't give up being a lawyer, sir. Are you joking? I'm more than ready to retire. Seriously? I'll now announce my verdict. The court finds the defendant, Maggie Bird... Oh, what do you want now? No, not yet! I mean, please, give me a few more minutes, Your Honor. What's the meaning of this, Mr. Payne? The prosecution's not finished yet. What do you mean? I'd like to call our next witness to the stand. Oh, you got a witness now. And what did this witness witness? The moment the victim was pushed to his death. Oh? What's more, he saw the very face of the culprit. What the heck? Order! Order in the court! I believe a recess is in order. Afterward, we'll hear from this new witness. I had a feeling that was a bit too easy. I need more information. I have to see what I can find out during this recess. I can't let my guard down. It's only gonna get tougher from here. Court is adjourned for recess. Usually fairly simple. This one, it's not... I don't think it holds your hand quite as much as the first, and it is a little bit longer too. The first case in the first Phoenix Wright, yeah, it was fairly short and easy, just to get you into the groove of things. Yeah, definitely like with in the case with Danganronpa. Again, the first case in that one was also shorter and holds your hand a bit, but in the other games in the series, not the case. They were every bit as long and complex as any other. Amnesia? I can't believe my lawyer's trying to defend me in such a state. Why didn't you tell me, sir? I'm sorry, I didn't mention it to you. Oh, I know what to do. I heard you can fix something like this with a really strong shock to your system. Come on, lower your head a little. A Maggie kick should be all you need. Oh boy. No. I think I'll pass on this one. Hey, Noble. Yep, we're on the second game now. I'm sorry, whenever I see someone in trouble, I have a hard time leaving them alone. I tend to stick my nose where it doesn't belong and try to tackle everyone's problems. Well, my head's one problem you won't be tackling today. Well, we're here to solve your problem first. We can deal with mine later. For now, do you think you can fill me in on a few things? Of course, I'd be honored to. Well, I guess we'll start with my name, and then I can tell you about me. No, that's okay, really. I think I know you and your name pretty well by now. Well, yeah, in fact, it was kind of crucial in that last section. Ah, that's a good point, Coolio. Maybe that's where the pun is in her name. So my name is Phoenix Wright. What a weird name. This is serious. You really don't remember. You know, all this talk about birds and whatnot reminds me. I gotta get back to Avian Attorney. I finished chapter 3. I have to release those videos, and then I think that game is 4 chapters long. So I only have one more after that. Tell you what, sir, you can have this back, and maybe it'll help. What's that? This is a business card? I got this from you. It's my most prized possession. You can borrow it for now, but please give it back, okay? Okay. There's some numbers written on the back. Oh, that's your cell phone number. Oh? Oh, that's gonna be important, isn't it? I guess for now, we should stop talking about me. Start talking about this case. This case? Yep. Can you think of anything that would be helpful for me to know? What can I tell you? I can't think of anything other than the incident with that cell phone, but... I mean, if she was with him, wouldn't she have seen the real killer? Yes, Noble's talking about the Castlevania anniversary collection. Cell phone? Yeah, your eyes lit up when we talked about it at the detention center, sir. Hurry up and tell me. This might be very important. I don't know if... Can't wait to see how they'll royally fuck it up. Well, I mean the Arcade Classics collection came out fairly well. At least I thought it did. Okay, Roger. It was on the day of the crime, just before 6 p.m. I picked up a lost cell phone while on a walk with Dustin. Oh, that ringtone. Bach. That was what we heard from that cell phone that we had at the very beginning. All of a sudden, the phone began to ring. Beep. Huh? Hello? Oh, thank you. I've been searching for my phone. Is this yours? Oh, I'm glad you called. We can meet up and I can give this back. I'll be right there. I'm sorry, I didn't catch your name. You can call me Maggie. Oh, I just noticed her blue badger shirt she was wearing there. That damn badger haunts me. We agreed to meet up at 6 p.m. Dustin and I waited for the person to show up, but they never did. So where's the phone you found now? I gave it to you yesterday. Oh, and that was what Phoenix was holding at the very start. I would have assumed that was his phone, but it wasn't. Is it that phone in my pocket? You mean this? Then he got clobbered over the head by somebody. Listen apart. think it has anything to do with the murder. I don't really know, but if my eyes lit up... Ah, you were here all along! Who is that? Oh, Maya! You're so mean! I called you a million times, but you wouldn't pick up. And when I went to check in the courtroom, everyone had already left. Now who the heck is this? Phoenix, don't tell me... Oh, she's gonna be so mad if you forgot her. Let me guess, I'm supposed to know this girl too. Hey, good morning, Maggie. Good morning to you too, Maya. So, how's it going? Is there a word for worse than abysmal? Oh, and what if I said everything will be fine? That's right, it's Maya to the rescue with the ultra-decisive, super important evidence. Here you are, Nick. The thing you wanted me to bring. Huh? Oh, thanks. What the heck is this? A list? It has about 20 people's names and phone numbers written on it. It was kind of tough, but I managed to dig up some dirt. It looks like these guys are up to no good. Oh? No good? As in... There's a group of con artists the police are currently investigating. I think these guys are members of that group. Oh. Okay. Why would a group of con artists pop up in a case like this? Don't look at me. And where'd you get this list from in the first place? What? Don't you remember, Nick? As a matter of fact... You were the one who asked me to look this up yesterday! Oh, is that right? These numbers were in the memory of that phone Maggie found. Oh. So that's where they're from. You're awfully forgetful these days, Nick. I hope I never get to be a forgetful old prune like you. Excuse me, princess. Maya, actually, Mr. Wright is... Mr. Wright, recess is now over. Please bring the defendant and return to the courtroom immediately. Oh, oops, guess you have to get going. We can talk about you being old later, Nick. Wish us luck. Guess I have all the pieces now, more or less. All that's left is to put it all together. I'm not gonna lose this. I can't. Come on, Nick. Better get a move on. Yeah. Oh, boy. Yeah, really. Court will now reconvene. Please call your next witness to the stand, Mr. Payne. Yes, Your Honor. But before I do, if I may say a few words... What is it, Mr. Payne? It's about the next witness. He has a tendency to say things that rub people the wrong way, you see. Is that so? So I asked the court might be a little lenient on... There's no need to give a preface. Just hurry up and call your witness, please. Yes, Your Honor. The prosecution calls its next witness. A drifter who was taking a walk in the park on the day of the murder. Oh, it's him! Please state your name for the court, witness. He's the guy who cold-cocked me! Before I do, I'd like to clarify a little something. Oh, alright, go ahead. Just now, you introduced my wonderful self to the court, correct? Perhaps as a drifter who is taking a walk? I hate him already! He certainly does rub everyone the wrong way, huh? But I'll not stand for that. Now you've tinted the court's eyes and colored me wrongly. Sure, I suppose calling me a university student would be... whoa, stop! Okay. This is scrolling on its own. I'm not... yes, I understand. I'm very sorry. I'll be more careful from now on. Oh my god, this guy likes to ramble. What is he, a human chatterbox? I have to question him. Fashion, cars, women, glasses, and of course university. First rates only need apply. Glasses? But you aren't wearing glasses. I think we got him right here. That's enough. Your name, witness. Oh, is that how you want to play this? Using your power and influence to keep the young people down. I see how you work now. You old people and your dirty tricks. You thought you had me, but you thought wrong. I'm sorry, it won't happen again. You don't have to apologize to him, Judge. Oh, man. I forgive you. Alright, I suppose I can tell you my name. I'm Richard Wellington, the drifting virtuoso with a PhD in drifting, as it were. Uh-huh. If you wanted to, you could call me a university student in transit. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, you're talking about Pain? Yeah, I guess, again, he's usually, like, the first prosecutor, I guess, is, like, again, the tutorial case. The day of the murder, you're taking strolling through the park, correct? It would appear that you're attached to that word. If you must, then by all means. But I remind you that I'm in no way a prepubescent boy out on a walk with Mommy. If you must know, Anyway, please testify in this court what you saw during your walk through the park. So you said it again, taking a walk. You know, what you witnessed will do, Mr. Wellington. I'd rather deal with Byakuya. That says something right there. I was at the park all afternoon, deep in thought about my life situation. I don't remember the time all that well, but I do believe it was past 6 p.m. All of a sudden, a police officer falls from above right in front of my eyes. Without a thought, I looked up, and there I met the eyes of a charming young lady. Of course, I remember her sweet face. It was that of the pretty defendant there. The only other thing I saw was the banana that fell with the police officer. Oh, you're talking about the glove. That was certainly a decisive testimony. Decisive? Nick, did you hear what he just said? Yeah. That's all you have to say? How can you be so calm? Strange. My mind's very calm and clear. Maybe it's because I believe in my client. You mean Maggie? Yes. And if she really is innocent, that can only mean one thing. That guy is lying. There you go. You may now question the witness, Mr. Wright. I'll find out the truth, no matter how well you craft your lies. You go, Phoenix. It's past 6. This officer falls. And how did you know he was a police officer? You obviously have no idea how powerful my deductive reasoning skills are. With one glance, I could tell just what kind of occupation he held. That shoddy do-it-yourself hairstyle practically said I'm a police... It was also because he was... Oh, I suppose it was also because he was wearing an officer's uniform. Okay, he could have just led with that. Shouldn't that statement have come first? Yes. Thank you. Wow, that's pretty impressive. Hey, Nick, do you think he's figured out what I do? Even I haven't figured that out yet. Oh, jeez. Without a thought, I looked up, and there I met the eyes of a charming young lady. Are you sure you got a good look at her face? Animals have this thing called an eye, Mr. Wright. They use this eye to see things. In the case of humans, we have 2 of them. Yes, even you. I don't care if I have them or not. Did you or did you not get a clear look at her face? That's what the witness was just about to get to. I'd like to request that Mr. Wright not use such a loud voice during questioning. Sustained. Mr. Wright, please refrain from raising your voice in this court. Then please don't make me have to raise my voice. Are you finished? I'd like to continue if that's alright with you. So you're sure you're not mistaken? Please, don't confuse your pitiful train wreck of a life with mine. I'm what you call a famous brand name product, while you're only a cheap imitation. There's no way someone as magnificent as myself could have made a mistake. Of course, of course. Oh, of course. Did you notice anything else of interest, Witness? Okay, that part... That might be the part we really have to press. The banana. Well, it was actually more than just one. More like a bunch of bananas. Yeah, the glove. Now, what would a bunch of bananas be doing there? And why would I know such a thing? I'm only telling you what I saw. That's really strange. Maggie never mentioned anything about a bunch of bananas. That's it, Nick. He's gotta be lying about the bananas. He could be, but... There's no reason for him to lie about there being bananas at the crime scene. And what if it's not a lie? Well, maybe he thought he was seeing one thing and it was something else. If he mistook something else for a bunch of bananas, then that would be an inaccuracy. Think, Phoenix, think. If my client is innocent, there's no way he could have seen what he says he did. Which means if we can somehow show he's lying... Yeah, that's exactly what we need to do. She's right. She's got a sharp mind, but I just wish I could remember who she is. Is everything okay, Nick? We'll see, but... Okay. This is what you saw. Objection! Yeah, he does have a pretty dumb smirk. Mr. Wellington. Well, maybe this'll, I have a feeling we're about to wipe it off his face, though. I believe I have the bananas you saw, right here. Oh, so you knew about the bananas, too. Why didn't you say so earlier? I don't think you can use this as a way to pull more information out of me. And that's where you'd be wrong. Mr. Wright, what's the meaning of this? Is that the baseball glove? Huh? What? A baseball glove? Doesn't it look delicious? Care for a bite? That's not... No! He doesn't have his glasses, so he can't see very well. Your Honor, I think this proves one very important fact. This witness is... He has bad eyesight. By the way, just how bad are your eyes? What? Why are you asking me about that all of a sudden? Your Honor, it's very simple to mistake a glove for a bunch of bananas. No, I don't think so. Objection overruled. You're one of those people. Yes, you know what I mean. You're like those people who refuse to... sure, in the end, we find out this fact of glove, not bananas. We view from afar. I don't think there's enough... Oh my god. And that's why I asked you how bad your eyesight is. They're both 2200. I suppose you're gonna tell me that's terrible, right? Why are you not wearing your glasses today, then? Yeah, tell us. That's because I lost them recently, you see. Of course, I was planning on getting a new pair made right away. But you know, my glasses are no ordinary glasses, so to replace them... How about when you witnessed the crime? Were you wearing your glasses then? Yeah, keep choking yourself with your ascot. How about it, witness? You are an unrelenting, evil man. You're like those people who rejected Joan of... she was brave and courageous, only got by horrible, unrighteous people. She didn't do anything wrong. She was... Which boils down to you were not wearing your glasses at that time. Therefore, the identity of the woman at the scene of the crime and that of the defendant cannot be proven to be the same by this witness. But the height difference was only 9 feet. It was very possible for him to see the face of the culprit standing on the upper path. Witness, please be more accurate in your testimony. Remember, a person's life is at stake. Yes, Your Honor. Now then, please continue with your testimony. Please tell the court what happened next in the moments after you witnessed the crime. The girl on the upper path ran away as soon as she realized I was there. After that, I immediately called the police station to report the crime. It must have been 6:45 p.m. when I made the call. 6:45. That's 17 minutes afterwards. They must have a lot of free time on their hands since they showed up within 10 minutes. Wow, that's damn good response time. So the person who was on the upper path saw you and then ran away. Yes, that is correct. Which is why even someone without a superior brain like mine can understand that. That girl is the murderer. You may question the witness now, Mr. Wright. I think I know what I need to press. I immediately call the police station, but then... How do you know what time it was? That detective told me. You know which one I mean. The one with the jacket that makes him look like a dropout from a no-name high school. Hey, pal! I graduated from a pretty good, top-ranked college! Hey, don't diss Gumshoe's coat. Columbo wears a coat like that, too. I don't believe this. It doesn't matter. I don't believe I was mistaken on what time I called. And if I am wrong, then that detective obviously doesn't know how to tell time. What? Why you? You're just some lousy kid who... Oh dear. I think the court can see your point. Oh, I think the court can see your point. Anyway, how'd the police respond? They have a lot of free time on their hands since they showed up within 10 minutes. So you're saying there were police on the scene by 7? They got there before that, I think. There usually aren't many people in that area at that time of day. But suddenly, before I knew it, there were people crawling all over, gawking. It certainly says something about the morals of the people in this country. I can't find anything out of the ordinary in his testimony. Why don't you take one more look at the court record? Yeah, I guess I should. Yeah, I think... Okay, maybe... Immediately? As in immediately. I mean, sure, a minute might have elapsed before I did, but... A minute? That's the duty of every good citizen, or did they not teach that at your pitiful school? You think people learn about how to call the police in college? Hey, Nick, I think you should take a look at the court record for a sec. Okay, it's either this statement or the next. Okay, there we go. Mr. Wellington, would you please take a look at this? You mean the victim's autopsy report? According to this, the murder occurred at 6:28 p.m. So what of it? You said you called the police immediately after the murder took place. However, by the time you called the police, it was already 6:45 p.m. There's clearly a 15-minute gap here. Do you deny it? I think the court would like to hear what you were doing during this 15-minute gap. Oh, hey, Scarlet. The witness was in shock at the time after witnessing a terrible murder. It's only to be expected that he'd be a little dazed. 15 minutes is hardly what I'd like to call a little dazed. Yeah, bobblehead. Mr. Wellington. Yes? Explain yourself. What were you doing during those 15 minutes? Oh, it's okay, Scarlet. I definitely understand what with the kid and all. Answer the question. Telephone. I mean, spit it out. I was searching for a phone booth. That must have been a phone booth. Are those even a thing anymore? Since just about everybody has a cell phone. I mean, you don't have a cell phone? Ah, yeah, there we go. You and your questions, as if you're trying to open all the layers of a Matryoshka doll. You must think you're really something special. Witness? I lost my cell phone. There, are you happy? Oh, nice. You lost it? Unbelievable. You lose your glasses and your cell phone? Was this the person that Maggie was talking to? You must be very scatterbrained when it comes to your belongings. What? Are you saying first-rate people are never allowed to lose things? Haven't you ever heard that all geniuses... So by that rationale, since I have that quirk, I don't think simple-plain people like you can Enough! Oh man, oh man. Wait, hold on a sec. He lost his cell phone? Nick, that cell phone. Could it be... You mean this phone Maggie found? There's no way. Boy, I didn't see this coming. What should I do now? Hell yeah, question further. Mr. Wellington, where's your cell phone right now? You can see my cursor? Yeah, unfortunately, I'm not sure if there's a way to make it go away on here. At least visible from the stream. What are you getting all excited about? You seem to be a little confused. I found my phone, I'll have you know. See? Here... I think you mean here it is, but... a little bit of a typo. Unless you're suddenly talking like Yoda. Oh, I see. Looks like he's got his phone. And I thought that just maybe this was his. Well then, I think we've cleared this issue up. At the time of the murder, the witness did not have his cell phone because he lost it. Therefore, the delay in his call was caused by his search for a phone booth. Well, that's the gist of it. I guess you could put that way and leave it at that. Do you have any further questions, Mr. Wright? Your Honor, the witness's testimony doesn't make any sense. I don't believe that there was ever a need for the witness to search for a phone. How dare you? You can't just make outrageous claims like that. You do have some sort of proof, don't you? Well, yeah, of course. This evidence should be good enough, I think. Alright, let's have this proof, then. Please present proof that the witness had no need to search for a public phone booth. Oh, there's one right there in the picture. I did have a Nokia. That was my first, my very first cell phone. Yeah, primitive as shit looking back now. Ones now are practically portable PCs.
Take that!
It's quite simple, actually. Please take a look at this. At the crime scene photo. Is there a problem with it? Oh, there's nothing wrong with the picture. But if you don't understand my logic after looking at it, something is wrong with you. No! It's a phone booth. That's correct. That or the TARDIS. All the defendant had to do was walk 3 steps. Mr. Wellington, why'd you not use that phone that was right in front of you? Order! Order! Why'd this reporting the crime a little late prove for the defense? The witness can't explain what he was doing for those 15 minutes. That's reason enough to throw suspicion on his testimony. Yes, this is very true. What do you have to say for yourself, witness? Then I'll bet this phone really is his, Nick. He must have killed Dustin to get his phone back. Why would he have gone so far as to kill for it? Unless... Especially when Maggie was ready to return it to him. But... yeah, but Maggie said she was going to return it to him. So there was no reason for him to kill for it. And on top of that, we still have the phone she found anyway. But if he wasn't looking for his cell phone, maybe he was looking for something else. Was he? Ah, yeah. Yeah, the Scarlet there. He's got nudes on that phone he didn't want anyone to see. Mr. Wright. Yes, Your Honor? Do you have any thoughts you'd like to share with the court? Can you offer an explanation as to what the witness was doing during those 15 minutes? Oh, I think I know. There's only one possible explanation. Alright, let's hear your explanation. However, be forewarned that if your explanation is not persuasive... oh, jeez. Okay, Judgy. You will be penalized. Think carefully before you present, Mr. Wright. Yes, Your Honor. I probably shouldn't have said there was only one possibility. Please present to the court the one piece of evidence that will answer the following. Why didn't the witness call the police right away? He was looking for his glasses. That's gotta be it.
Take that!
Mr. Wellington. What? Don't do that. You almost give me a heart attack. These are your glasses, aren't they? Where did you find... I believe the court all heard what you just confessed to. That these glasses are in fact yours. I'll tell you where they were found, Mr. Wellington. These glasses were found under the victim's body. Under the victim's body? Order! Order! Now, wait a second. Hold on. I didn't confess or confirm anything. Your Honor, I think the answer's quite clear here. As he fell, Dustin Prince grabbed the culprit's glasses. The culprit knew he had to find his glasses and searched frantically for them. What he didn't realize was that they were under the victim's body. And that's why it took him 15 minutes to make that call. Mr. Wright, are you indicting are you indicting the witness as the real murderer? Of course. That's precisely what I'm doing. Oh, here's the... Oh, God! Yeah, just keep choking yourself. That'll make this a lot easier for us. I know him right. He is the real murderer. Did you figure it out, Nick? More or less. Turns out this cell phone was the key to this case after all. Anyway, now's our chance to deep six this guy. I'll sink him in one shot. Yeah. This is so exciting watching you work again. Somehow, my old self is coming back to me. I did Scarlet, actually. I think I have that game in my GOG library. I need to play it sometime. Everything, sink or swim. Everything rests on the edge of a knife. This is the moment I've been waiting for. It's a Star Wars game, Julio. Yeah, it's probably based on the novel in the expanded universe. I've read the novel. I haven't. It was originally released on the N64, but I guess it was ported to PC then. Order! Order! Your Honor, the defense is making a mockery of this court. Without any solid ground to stand on, he accuses the witness of being the murderer? Yeah, that's right. I'm no criminal. This third-rate fraud of a lawyer. In that case, why don't we look at it from a different perspective? Let's hear your explanation as to why you're not the murderer. Why, that's easy. For example, there's, the name the victim wrote. What about that? Oh, you mean the name Maggie. Yeah, even an idiot like you can read it, right? Yeah, we already proved that was forged. We already know this was not written by the victim himself. After all, the defendant's name is Maggey, and the victim was left-handed. In other words, in order to make the defendant look guilty, the real criminal used the victim's right hand to write her name on the ground? But, wouldn't that mean that the real criminal was someone the defendant knew? Yeah, and she did give him her name. Otherwise, how else would the person know her name was Maggie? That's a good point. The witness didn't even know of Miss Bird before this trial. Oh, I forgot. Was there any way the creep could have known Maggie's name beforehand? Yes. It would be best if I could prove the witness had a chance to learn. The defendant's name was Maggie. Now, will the defense please present its case? How could the witness have known the defendant's name? Mr. Wellington, you didn't have your cell phone with you on the day of the murder, correct? So what if I didn't? When you realized you lost it, what did you do? What did I do? Didn't you try to find it by calling it? Why, how did you... Your Honor, these questions have nothing to do with... Overruled. Mr. Wright, where are you going with this line of questioning? Do you think there's some relation between the witness's cell phone and the murder? I do, Your Honor. On the day of the murder, Maggie Bird picked up a lost phone in the park. And she also received a phone call from the owner of the phone. Oh, we're gonna see this again. Hello? Oh, thank you. I've been searching for my phone. Is this yours? Oh, I'm glad you called. We can meet up and I can give this back. I'll be right there. I'm sorry, I didn't catch your name. You can call me Maggie. Yep, right there. That was when you learned her name was Maggie. Well, But you made one fatal mistake. Fatal mistake? Yeah, you spelled her name wrong. Yep. This is a mistake that could only occur if all you knew is how her name sounded. Order! Order! But, Your Honor, the witness has no motive. And your point is? It's very simple, Your Honor. A person usually wouldn't kill someone without a reason. Mr. Wellington had no reason to kill anyone. He might have if... That's absolutely correct. I don't have a motive. Your Honor? Can you explain what motive this witness could have had? It's very simple, Your Honor. Are you sure, Nick? If I said I can't offer an explanation, the trial's over, right? Yeah, but... Now then, please present to the court proof that the witness had a motive. The con artists.
Take that!
Mr. Wellington's motive is right here. What is this? A list? These phone numbers were pulled from the memory of the phone the defendant found. And we've determined the people on this list are members of a certain group. You looked up all those numbers? Of course. This list of phone numbers was stored in the cell phone's memory. The names and numbers belong to people who are members of a certain con artist group. Well, what? Con artists? Can you explain why these numbers were on your phone, Mr. Wellington? This is an outrage. An invasion of privacy! Looking up the phone numbers on a person's phone is a worse crime than murder! You're one of those people. Just like the cops who raided that brilliant art, they disrupted the genius and worked with... I don't care, Mr. Wellington. All I want is for you to tell us what this list is about. You think any of you know what it's like to be a refined man such as me? Your Honor, this is unjustified badgering of the witness. Objection overruled. Mr. Wright, what is the meaning of this? Why would the witness have the numbers of a group of con artists on his phone? Isn't that obvious? The witness is a member of that group. Mr. Wellington's a member of this very group. No! All of your friends' phone numbers are stored right here on this phone. If anyone were to look into these phone numbers, it would be all over for you. That's why you had to kill. No! This is too much! That does make quite a bit of sense. Well, Mr. Wellington, would you care to explain? I got you now. That police officer... Your Honor. What is it, Mr. Payne? What now? Your Honor, this is unjustified badgering of the witness. You said the exact same thing only a few seconds ago. Please, let's think about the content of that phone call. Hello? Oh, thank you. I've been searching for my phone. Is this yours? Oh, I'm glad you called. We can meet up and I can give this back. The defendant had already promised she would return the phone. After that, all Mr. Wellington had to do was meet Miss Bird and get his phone back. Why then would he need to kill anyone? That is a valid point. What does the defense think about this? I have a pretty good clue. If you think about it logically, then it makes sense. Then maybe we should be thinking outside the box. Yeah, if we think like that, let's see. Maybe that slime ball saw something at the crime scene that made him commit murder. Your thoughts, Mr. Wright? Well, I don't think Mr. Wellington went to pick up his phone in a very friendly manner. But he was promised his phone, so why would he have been unfriendly to the defendant? I think he must have seen something that didn't agree with him when he got there. It was Prince himself, a policeman in uniform. Well then, Mr. Wright, what was this something that didn't agree with a witness? What if Mr. Wellington saw was... What Mr. Wellington saw was the victim. The victim? You mean Dustin Prince? Dustin Prince had gone on his date right after his shift was over. With no time to change, he went to this park still wearing his police uniform. Oh! So he saw him and he panicked. The girl that picked up my phone is with a policeman. He couldn't have known that they were going out, so he began to worry. He was afraid the policeman would ask a few questions before returning the phone. If I do anything suspicious, he might run a check on my phone. In his mind, it was possible they'd already run a check on his phone. And he went into a panic, is that what you're saying? Exactly. Officer Prince was murdered simply because he was in uniform. Mr. Payne, do you have any comments? I'm thinking... Seems the truth has come out at last. The witness, Mr. Wellington, you are... Oh, God. Oh, Jesus. Yeah. Oh, my God. Impressive. Not bad for a person with a third-rate education. What's that supposed to mean? The evidence. Evidence! Oh, this guy's really creeping me out. All I've been waving around and talking about is that suspicious cell phone. Suspicious phone number this, suspicious con group that. They're all on that phone. But who's to say that phone is really mine? Where's your proof? Your evidence? You want proof this phone is yours. I already told you earlier. The phone I've lost, I've already found it. You don't even have the slightest idea who the phone in your hand belongs to. But you can be sure it isn't mine, you simpleton. What? It feels good to see you squirm. We do seem to have a problem on our hands with this phone. Whose phone is it? Without knowing that, it's meaningless as evidence. Your Honor? This is bad. I can't let him turn the tables on me like this. This cell phone. There has to be something I've overlooked. There's gotta be. Maybe... stored numbers on the phone? Fingerprints? This phone has the names and numbers of those in the con group in its memory. I can show them to you, Your Honor. I don't believe this. What are you talking about? What we're trying to determine is who that phone belongs to. Who cares about what phone numbers are stored on it? Besides, who knows? Maybe you went and added some of those numbers in yourself. The witness is quite right. I'm afraid I have to reject the defense's proposal. Oh, that jerk is back to his arrogant, annoying self again. The cell phone. There has to be something I've overlooked. There's gotta be. I got it. We should check her fingerprints. Fingerprints? Yes, Your Honor. Mr. Wellington must have left some prints on this phone. Nick, don't you remember? When you got that from Maggie, you wiped it off. I what? You said there was sand all over it, so... Oh. Wiped it. Pretty thoroughly, too. It's oh so much fun watching third-rate trash babble like morons amongst themselves. Ah, he's made a complete recovery. How many times do I have to say this? My phone is right here, see? Oh, and incidentally, you can't check the numbers stored on this phone. It must have glitched because all the numbers just magically disappeared. You've got to be joking. He erased all the numbers I was going to use as evidence. Mr. Wellington? What's this? By the tone of your voice, it sounds like you still have some fight left in you. Where did you finally find your cell phone? Oh, you are too much! And of course you have no idea what I'm talking about! Oh my... Now I remember! Oh, way back. Back to then. Beep. Huh. Looks like they hung up. Oh. Good, I finally found it. So that's when... What's wrong, Mr. Attorney? Why the harsh glare in your eyes? Nick, we've worked so hard to get this far, but if you don't do something quick, he's gonna get off scot-free. I know. I know this phone has to be his. But how am I supposed to prove something like that? I think I know. Mr. Wright, if you can't prove who the owner of that cell phone is, your indictment has no basis and therefore no power. It looks like you came up a penny short. Where'd I go wrong? Don't blame yourself, you're merely a third-rate lawyer. You've only made one big mistake. Who are you? What are you? That's something you haven't figured out for yourself yet. Who I am. The court hereby concludes the cross-examination. If that will be all, I'll have to bid you gentlemen and ladies goodbye. I have a reservation of that ultra-fancy restaurant on the upper side of town. Thank you for your assistance. You've had a stressful day, so please, bon appetit. What am I supposed to do? Am I supposed to just let it go at that? Hell no. Please wait, Your Honor. Alright, Nick. I think I may be able to prove it. Prove it? Prove what, Mr. Wright? Everything. Your Honor, the cross-examination's already ended! Besides, the defense is just gonna badger the witness with more inane questions. You'll not harass the witness, is that clear, Mr. Wright? Did you hear that? No harassment allowed, Mr. Attorney. Please, Your Honor. Very well, but this is your last chance, Mr. Wright. You may present one piece of evidence to the court. I only get one shot at this. Really? If you can't prove everything, it's over. For your client and for you. Do you fully understand? Yes, Your What now? I'm sure you're well aware, Your Honor, but the cross-examination period has ended. Were you paying attention, Mr. Payne? I said that Mr. Wright could present only one more piece of evidence. Oh. Now then, Mr. Wright, this is your last chance. It all comes down to this. It's go time. Please present the one piece of evidence that will explain everything. And I think I hand-wrote my cell phone number on the back.
Take that!
Why, thank you. How nice. Here, please have one of mine. Oh, nice. Okay, thanks, Judge. Wait, what am I doing? This isn't the time to be exchanging business cards. Your Honor, there is something very important about that card, and that is... Card's important because of what's on the back. You wrote your cell phone number on the back, but that's exactly it. Can you please call this number from your cell phone? Huh? Right now? The court's still in session. It's okay, you'll see. Okay, if you say so. Is the defense preparing something, Mr. Wright? We're gonna call my cell phone now. And then the court will see everything for what it is. Of all the idiotic, stupid things to... Yeah, why is your phone ringing? What? Why is my phone... What's with this stupid-sounding ringtone? Mr. Wellington. How strange. I can almost swear that you're holding my phone. You're... No, it can't! By the way, before I forget, thank you very much for the lump on my head this morning. I don't think I need to explain any further, except to say... When you went to retrieve your cell phone, you mistakenly took the wrong one. And he's dead. So that's what happened. You were knocked out by Mr. Wellington. He's a man who lives on his pride and self-image alone. And in order to hide his involvement with the con artist group, he's become paranoid and lost all ability to make rational judgments. That Mr. Wright, the phone you're holding... It's Mr. Wellington's, naturally. Speaking of that man, how is he, Mr. Payne? He was arrested and has been taken away, Your Honor. Oh, he didn't choke himself out. Damn. Very well. Now then, this court finds the defendant, Maggie Bird... Hooray! That is all. Court's adjourned. I knew the real you would shine through eventually. I'm so moved by what you've done for me, sir. Thank you so much, Mr. Wright. I feel really bad for Justin. He didn't do anything to deserve this. It's probably because of me. Huh? I know, that sparkly eyes face was cute. My whole life has been nothing but a whirlwind of bad luck and failures. Your whole life? It can't be that bad, can it? Since I was 6 months old when I fell from the 9th floor of my apartment building. Oh my god! I've been hit by all sorts of vehicles, gotten sick from all sorts of foods, failed in almost every test I've ever taken, experienced almost every kind of disaster. Oh my god, This poor girl. And never won or even tied to a game of tic-tac-toe. My life's really been nothing but a string of disasters. That's, pretty bad. Up until I went to college, I was known as the Goddess of Misfortune. And then, at the academy, everyone called me Lady Luckless. Lady Luckless? What's worse is my misfortune always seems to latch onto those around me. What do you mean? When I see someone in trouble, I always try to help. And yet she survived them all. I nominate her for Ultimate Lucky Student. It happened again recently too, sir. There was an old lady pacing back and forth by the pedestrian crosswalk. I gave her my hand and, before I knew it, we were having dinner at my house. What? Oh. I'm sure that Dustin's gone because of me. That's not true. That glove didn't have any sort of special meaning. It was just a present to say thank you for covering one of my night shifts. Really? Oh, I see. Everything's all my fault. Dustin's death, your head being all messed up. Well, I don't think my head is that messed up yet. I'm gonna find a new life for myself, starting now. The next time we meet, I'm sure I'll have found a whole ocean's worth of good luck by then, sir. Yeah, after all, the Goddess of Misfortune's only a name. You bet, I'm gonna make it, I promise. Next time we meet, I'll only be an unlucky person, instead of a goddess. Yeah, that's the spirit. Well, Mr. Wright, Maya, I should get going. Okay, good luck to you. Thanks. You take care of yourselves, too. Oh, what a horrible day. I've gotten my memory back, but things are still a little fuzzy. But you're okay, and that's what counts. You really had me worried. Come on, let's go back to the office. I'm afraid to ask, but here goes. So, this might sound bad, but, who are you? Oh, no. Oh, you're gonna get it now, Phoenix. What? I thought you said you got your memory back! At that moment, everything really did come back to me. Detective Gumshoe? He's someone I've had clashes with in the past during certain cases, but he's also been a good ally during others. The judge? He's a lovable, kind old man who's easily swayed by other people's opinions. But in the end, he always comes up with the right verdict. This person? I haven't a clue. He seems to know me, but maybe he's mistaking me for someone else. And this girl, Maya. You finally remembered. This is Maya Fey, my assistant. That's right, I have so many unforgettable memories about her. For example, Earth and Nick, what's wrong? You keep staring at me, don't tell me you've missed me. Well, yeah, I suppose I have. I feel like I haven't seen you in ages. Oh? Well, I'm back now, so it's time for us to create new memories together. Alright, sounds good. All the phone numbers on my phone were erased by Mr. Wellington. I guess I have to start over from the very beginning. Come on, Nick, let's go to our usual burger joint. Oh, okay. Actually, it hasn't even been that long since she came back into my life. And that story began on one rainy afternoon 2 months ago. Oh, are we going back? Okay. But... Alright. That does it for the first chapter. It still says Overwatch? Really? Why? I know I changed it before I started the stream. Okay, I'll try it again, but I'll do that while I take a quick break, and I'll see you guys in just a few minutes.